Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitching with Laura, and today I thought we'd work on something a little bit different. I've been wanting to get back to this, but you know, time and stuff and everything and all and stuff. So today we are going to be working on Elemental Dragons Earth by Ink Circles, and I purchased this probably around the first of the year somewhere. I don't remember when, but I got it from 123 Stitch, so yeah. And this is as far as I've gotten. And as you know, let's see if I can do this just right. I put a thing here so that I'm going line by line, and it makes it a whole lot easier. This is 16 count Christmas red, and I believe I got it from Winchlid. I want to say that's what it was. So yeah. Whoa, just lost my thread. Okay, it's cool. Let me tell you what I'm using here. Hang on, since the other one decided to take a ditch dive off the edge of my table. It is 3854 from DMC, and I bought several. I don't know if it actually, I don't have anything where it says, come on, perhaps, let me see if I can get this one side off. I don't want to lose where I'm at. Please don't lose where I'm at. And it says 3/6, like, it called for glory on a thread. 6 by, I don't know, and it called for 32 count lima bean Belfast linen. Well, that wasn't happening in my lifetime. Yeah, no, not happening. So I just go line for line because, you know, my stupid brain at the time I started this just cannot keep up. So line for line was working for me, and I got this around the same time I got Death by Cross Stitch. And so I was used to, sorry, I'm trying to bring you in a little bit closer. Going not line by line. So, yeah. And this works out well. And now I can attach this to my stand with my big clips. Like these, actually these clips, if it was a perfect world, these are 2-inch clips. I should have gotten maybe a 1 or a 1.5 inch. These are kind of big, but they're serving the purpose, so we're just using them. You know how that goes. It's just happening. That's all I've been using, and I'm finding I can't hardly stitch if I don't have the pattern right in front of me, like that, you know, attached here. Now, I'm doing it for video purposes today, but when I'm sitting down and relaxing, it's so much easier to do this with the pattern clipped on. So, yeah. Okay, now that we got the particulars out of the way, but hang on, I gotta get resituated because I cannot see for the life of me where I'm stitching. So I haven't worked on this for a while, but I wanted to get a little progress in. And yeah. So yesterday I ended up doing not much of anything, just watching Netflix. I turned on Rain, R-E-I-G-N, Rain, you know, on Netflix because it's in English. And it can just play in the background while I'm stitching, so that always works for me. If I don't have to stop and read subtitles every 10 seconds, because that was just about driving me over the edge. Either that or I'll watch Called Midwives or Grey's Anatomy. I haven't found too many that I like to watch that are series. I'm just not into series TV, but I just pick them up one at a time. But at least I know it's in English and I don't have to worry about the stupid subtitles. But I like a good foreign movie every once in a while. So, and last night I was sitting here and I was stitching away, and all of a sudden the wind I had the door open because I was sick of hearing the air conditioner, and it was getting cooler outside, but there was no wind yesterday. None. So I had the door open and nice cool air's coming in softly, no big deal. All of a sudden the wind picked up, it started to rain. I grabbed the dog, I grabbed her blanket, we went to bed. Because I know if it rains really hard, and it was thundering and lightning, it was so great. Yeah, I went to bed abruptly. Yeah. And slept like a rock until about 6:45 this morning. Rain always puts me to sleep. And sometimes the TV show Rain puts me to sleep. So, hang on, we're just trying to get it close enough, but I don't want to get out of the picture, sorry. So yeah, that was really good. I couldn't believe it rained. See rain? It rained. But it poured and thundered and lightning, you know, for a little bit, which is, usually sometimes we'll get lightning, but maybe 2 cracks of thunder and that's it. I mean, it's not like a Midwest rainstorm, so, that I'm used to. In Kansas, we used to stay up and watch it thunder and lightning. Just sitting in the front room, had TV off, in the dark, thundering and lightning. It was great. It was an evening's worth of entertainment because it didn't quit for hours. Then you wondered whether or not you were going to have a tornado or not. But that doesn't happen here at all. I guess because of the mountains. I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist, but I know that rain will put me to sleep, and yeah, so I thought, well, I got up at 6:45, like I said, and thought, well, I might as well just do my YouTube, and that way I'll do it before I have to turn on the air conditioner, which always seems to happen these days. So what did I fix? I was going to fix, what do you call it? Meatloaf for dinner, and I got the hamburger out, I set it down, and then I remembered. I used up my eggs, because I wanted to get rid of them. I don't like having eggs hanging around for too long. When I made that huevos rancheros, I made it a little bit different. This time, I scrambled the eggs with ham and not green pepper. I put a little bit of jalapeno in there. And, what do you call it? Green onions. Ham, green onions. And I used cheddar cheese. Or not cheddar, but the, what do you call it? I think it was a Mexican blend cheese that I actually had. I ended up having a lot of leftover cheese. You know, because I don't use up that much. You know, I'm not cooking for a lot of people, so it takes me a while to get through a bag of cheese, even the 2-cup kind, unless the recipe calls for the whole 2 cups, you know. So, yeah. Thought that was pretty cool. And then I put it on a tortilla with some refried beans and melted cheese. And then covered it with green chili. I make like 12 quarts of green chili at a time, and I freeze it in the quart bags, and that way I don't have to get so much out, because like I said, not feeding a whole bunch of people. Well, we can get rid of that now, but it's coming along. I wish it was going faster, but like I said, for some reason, I started this, you know, just looking at the pattern and doing this and that, and of course, I wasn't used to it in the beginning. as to looking at patterns, it was easier just to do line for line. So that's where this got stuck. Now I can probably do that, but for all intents and purposes, I thought I'd just leave it on there for right now and go from there. It'll just work because it's all set up. I worked a little bit on time to stitch last night, but man, Saturday night, I don't know, I guess I was stitching a lot, but I ended up getting one of my migraines right before I went to bed. So I took some medicine for that and passed out about 11:30 on, I think it was Saturday night. So I don't know what that was about. Maybe it was just because it was so, what do you call it, busy on Saturday, and I had too much going. I have no idea. I don't know what that was about. So, who knows? I get it, man. I wasn't eating anything that I wasn't supposed to, because MSG and nuts will, like, send me over the edge and give me one of those headaches. So that's what happens to me. But okay, we got all that. We got that. I need to come to here and stitch 7. So we might not get too far with this. I'm trying to keep the light on it and everything else. I need to cough. Hang on. You know, that morning crap. No, I'm not sick. I don't seem to get sick. I mean, I can't even remember the last time I had, like, the flu, you know, the bad flu where you yak everywhere. And God, that hasn't happened for 30 years. So. But I am using 2 strands on 16 count. This is kind of thin thread, but it'll work. I tried it with 1 and it didn't look right. So. Yeah, it's okay. And I think I've got a DMC needle here. It's not one of my nice, what do you call it, peacemakers. I like them because they work really nice and they're short. I think when I make an order next week, I will get some more of those ordered. I usually buy 28 counts, or 28 size of those kind of needles. Hey, we made it across. But I love this gold against this red. I wanted something really gold looking, because I want it to be all gold. And this is only a half of the pattern. It's all on 1 sheet, and I just folded it in half and put this, you know, this is just a piece of cardboard, and it goes on my lines. I had to pick it up. So, works really well. And I could barely get this material into this hoop, but I had to have this hoop because it stays pretty steady. Where am I? Oh, okay. I'm good. It didn't look right. And it goes much faster when I'm not on camera. But that's okay. I have to turn it sideways so that I can see. But yeah, those peacemaker needles went pretty fast because I started several projects, so I have to go back and get them. at least one of them for this, because this is just a little intense. This is really close, what do you call it? You know, closely woven. And like I said, when they put a color in it, it tends to make it smaller, so it acts to me like 18 count instead of anything else. Especially the colors. I love this little hoop stand. It's just perfect. I use it for every project I've got. Just absolutely love it, and I'm glad that I bought it. It was a very good investment, and it's worked out really well. May have to invest in some better hoops, but you know, hey, hang on, we got a little bitty knot here. Get it to come out. There we go. So, don't have any plans for today. My daughter called last night. She was going to get Netflix and wanted to know how to set that up. And I was like, geez, I don't even remember. I've had Netflix for over 10 years. But I asked her if we were doing anything today, and she said no. Because her husband had to go to Colorado Springs, so that would leave us with the kids. So that kind of cuts down on that. Neither one of us had the money to go to Walmart. So I needed to go to Walmart. Oh, and my little stand that had my, what do you call it? My printer on it collapsed last night. So hopefully my printer is okay. I didn't spend that much money on the printer, so I'm not real worried. I just moved it out of the way and got rid of the stand that broke. I couldn't believe it broke. Well, it lasted about a month. Got these, they look like TV trays, but they are made, you know, the material isn't flimsy. It has this thing where it comes apart and then it just sits the tray down on top of it. But, yeah, I don't know what its problem was. So she said hers broke too. So, yeah, that was a bad investment. So, maybe I'll keep working on this today. I don't know. Not a clue. But, so I'd have nothing to do today, so I thought I'd do this. Now tomorrow I gotta take her up to go to the dentist, and her husband's gonna be home to watch the kids. So, it'll be a fun time. So, I'm gonna turn that air conditioner on before I leave. I swear. I hate now coming home to a hot house. Oops. If I could just get in the hole, we'd have it made. I just thought this was such a pretty pattern. I did see they had the next one. I think it's a water dragon, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I don't know. I had a hard time, you know, I have a hard time trying to figure out, you know, hey! What a pattern is really supposed to be. At least this one, you can tell that it's dragons. They kind of, I don't know. See that they're blowing out smoke, so these parts are the dragons. Then I'm not real clear. I guess they're flying around in the center. But it was just, I don't know. I didn't like it. So I don't think I'll be getting that one, you know. It'll be the first thing that I purchased, right? Since I said I wasn't going to get it. Hush! Good Lord. I thought I'd get this started, because it's only like 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, come on. Really? Damn it. Okay. before anybody got to moving around, so she would be quiet, but, you know, hey. Molly says hi. It's a very big end on it. I don't know that it is what I said it was. It's sewing okay. It's just, I like those finer needles. And it's got a pretty sturdy, it might have been one of my tapestry needles out of, you know, one of the kits or something. I don't know. Because, like I said, I've had this kitted up. I wouldn't say forever, but shit. But for a while, you know, before I got to starting so many projects and doing different things. Oh, come on. So yeah, no plans today. No big shopping trips, no lunches. It's just about to drive me insane. Of course, my daughter's taking the whole week off. So, yeah. Maybe I can treat them all to lunch next week. We'll see how that goes. I get paid on Wednesday, and I get paid on Thursday this week, so we will see how well it goes. Hopefully they've got all the computer stuff figured out by the time I get back this week. I'll be like 6 jumps ahead of a fit. I'm telling you, hey, we're back again. Across. So I got one dragon head there done. Whoa, sorry. Ran into the... Dang it. I'm telling you. So I was hoping today that I would go and get my laundry done. I know. Exciting crap, huh? Yeah, I'm telling you. Oh, God. But yeah, that's just how I do that. And I haven't gotten much done. It doesn't look like much, but it's almost close to 20 rows done that way. But I think now, you know, if I were to work on this today, I could take my little paper off and do, you know, certain sections and work a little bit different, but not while I'm on camera. No. I like to know where I'm going. But other than that, that's going to be about it for today, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Y'all have a good rest of your day and a good rest of your week. God bless. Bye-bye.